Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I am here to go over my 2018 reading goals with you. So in this video, I'm just going to talk to you kind of about my bookish goals and my channel goals. I'm going to do a brief recap on 2017 because there isn't really much to recap. I did meet my Goodreads reading challenge of 100 books. I didn't keep up with classics. I did continue on with nonfiction, which I really loved. When it comes to series completed, I didn't do that great on that. So that is what it is. I did finish some. I made progress in others. So I did okay with that one. I think that was roughly what my bookish reading goals were for 2017. So let's jump into 2018 because I'm all about the now and the present and the year that we are currently in, because 2017 when it comes to goals was kind of a crapshoot and I'm okay with that. My year was much more overwhelming than I was originally anticipating it being, but I did end up having a good reading year. The books I read were very enjoyable. All right, so in 2018, I set my Goodreads goal for 52 books. That's one book a week. That's a steady reading pace for me, and that makes me happy. I might end up extending that depending on how the first half of the year goes, but for right now, it's at 52 books, and I'm very comfortable with that number. I'm going to do a discussion video later about all the stuff with competitive reading and everything that's been going on in BookTube the last year, because I've kind of ignored my discussion videos this year. So that will be coming soon, so look forward to that in the future. Another goal I have this year is to reread without guilt. I felt a lot of pressure last year to continue to read new books because of where I set my Goodreads reading goal, but I want to be able to reread anytime I feel like it this year, which is also another reason why I have my goal set at 52 books. I really think I'll read more than 52 books this year, but they might not be 52 new to me books. They might be rereads. And I really wanted to be able to reread some of these favorite books of mine on my shelves, or maybe if I want to finish a series, to be able to reread the first one and not feel guilty about rereading them. So that's why I have that goal set for me. So my goal is to read 2 classics this year. I only read 1 last year, so I just want to read 1 more than I read last year. If it ends up going beyond that, great. I'm excited about that, but I would like to read at least 2 this year. Another goal I have is to keep reading nonfiction books. I've really enjoyed my foray into self-help, business, nonfiction books in general. And I want to continue to do that as I choose my books when I'm reading. So I might reread some of the ones that I read this year because they were fantastic, or reread ones that I read the year previous, just because it's been a little while and I'd like to revisit some of them. The next goal that I have for myself is to read books that I am genuinely interested in. There might be a ton of hype around a book, and I may not be relevant for not reading that book, but I want to read what I want to read. Everybody and their dog can tell me to read a book, but until I'm ready to read it, I'm not going to. And that's okay with me. I'm a 32-year-old woman. I'm not necessarily going to read every brand new YA release because not all of them interest me. I will read the ones that interest me, and the ones that don't, I will leave to others to read who have genuine interest in the novel. So this next year, I wanted to be more accountable to myself, and my goal is to read more of my TBR shelf. I guess that was a goal I had last year, was to cut the existing TBR that I had at the beginning of 2018 in half, which I did end up doing. I cut it from 105 books to 48 books, and I am really proud of the progress that I made in that vein. But I bought new books because, hello, I'm a booktuber and that's what I do. So my goal this year is to continue to read my TBR shelf. What's on it currently, I again would like to cut in half, but that's not going to stop me from buying books. I would like to read at least 5 off my shelf before I even consider picking up 1 more. And I think that's something that I kind of did for a while last year, and I really enjoyed that because I didn't buy nearly as many books last year as I did the year previous. And I would like to continue that vein and that transition, because when it came to books I bought last year, most of them I read last year because I had a genuine interest in them and I wanted to read them quickly. They were like conclusions to series, or series I was anxiously anticipating, things like that. So I want to kind of continue that same mentality in 2018. And now we're moving on to channel goals. Thank you all for sticking with me this last year. Everything was inconsistent and it was not my best year for BookTube, but I do have some goals moving forward in 2018 that I would like to share with you guys. So my goal is to get up 2 videos a week. I can usually film 2 on a Sunday, which is my only day off right now, and then I can take the week to kind of edit 2 of them and get them up to you guys. So that's going to be my plan for now. That might change later on in the year, but for right now, 2 videos a week is what I would like to do for you guys. If you have particular days you would rather have those go up, let me know in the comments down below and I will do my best to do that for you. Another goal I would like to do is I would like to do 1 planner related video a month. I am very passionate about my planner and the way I plan my life, and I would like to start sharing that with you guys a little bit. I've kind of been talking about it over the last year about implementing that into the channel, but I've set a goal for myself that I would like to do 1 planner related video a month. Since I'll be filming, 8 to 10 videos in a month, that might be just like I do a live stream while I plan in my planner at home or something along those veins. I haven't quite figured out what it's going to be yet, but I do want to implement planner videos into my channel because it is something I am passionate about. The next goal is a more of a personal one than necessarily a channel one, but I would like to start giving more details in my reading wrap-ups. I've tended to rush through those in the past, so I think what I'm going to do is for a while when I was reading a lot, I split them up into like a mid-month wrap-up and then an end of the month wrap-up. I think I'm going to continue to do that no matter how much or how little I read, so that I have an opportunity to give you guys more details on this book. So they're more like reviews than wrap-ups where I just tell you briefly like my thoughts on it. So I wanted to do that just because I feel like the wrap-ups that I love watching the most are the ones that I get more details from about the books. So I think that's something that I want to start implementing into my channel a little bit more. The last channel related goal that I'm going to do is I'm only going to do my book hauls quarterly. So I'll do them at the end of each quarter. So you won't see a book haul from me until the end of March, let's see, the next one would be end of June, end of September, and then the end of the year. I don't plan on buying a lot of books this year. There are some books I am super excited about that I do plan on picking up, and I will haul for you guys. But the hauls are only going to be quarterly just because I don't do a lot of subscription boxes, so I don't feel the need to do them monthly. And I really am not buying a lot of books right now. With where I'm at in my life and how much I have on my physical TBR shelf, what I'm buying is going to be cut down significantly. I mean, most of the books that I bought last year, if I wasn't reading them immediately, those were bought in like the last quarter of the year, where there were lots of releases and things I'd been waiting to pick up, and then I finally picked up, kind of a situation. So I'm only going to do book hauls quarterly. So if you were hoping for monthly hauls from me, I'm sorry, there's other content I want to give to you guys. So that is why the book hauls will only be quarterly. So guys, those are my 2018 goals for you, both bookish and channel related. If you have any thoughts on any of these goals from me, let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what one of your bookish goals is. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.